We have Justice Undersecretary Nicholas T. Good morning, Yusek.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Angelo. Good morning, Angela.
Yes, Yusek, I don't know if you saw the statement of Attorney Torion regarding Apollo Quiboloy that he was outside the compound all throughout this ordeal and that he just went back into the camp po para sumuko. But what po yung pinaka-final and official message po nyo na regarding yung arrest ni Apollo Quiboloy?
Well, first of all, there's no doubt that Pastor Quiboloy was arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not he was arrested, whether or not he surrendered or he was apprehended or captured, it doesn't matter. Because whatever happened, he was arrested. And arrest is the mode for the court to be able to take jurisdiction of him.
That's right.
So this insistence, this persistence to distinguish between surrender, it doesn't really matter for purposes of the arrest because he has been arrested. That cannot be denied.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
there's another possibility why they're floating this theory of voluntary surrender, and it's that they will avail of it as a mitigating circumstance later on during trial. But again, that's not available because the mitigating circumstance of voluntary surrender, that will only be available if you didn't give government a hard time to arrest you. Mm-hmm. So clearly you can see just the amount of resources that the government had to devote just to be able to capture Pastor Quiboloy. So bottom line, this theory, this story between captured or surrender, it doesn't really matter for legal purposes. All it does is save face for Pastor Quiboloy as well as his lawyer.
And Yusek, also I'd like to ask, so all throughout this ordeal, he was inside the compound. Yun na po yung official. Hindi pa siya pumunta ng North Cotabato.
Mukhang ganun, no? That's really the impression that we get because first of all, you could see naman just how vicious the resistance was to the implementation of the warrant of arrest.
Yes.
You can see just how zealous Attorney Torion was to avail of all legal remedies to be able to prevent the implementation of the warrant of arrest. You can see how the supposed allies of Pastor Quiboloy really brought a Senate hearing there. So there was really this, a lot of, the camp of Pastor Quiboloy was really hell-bent on preventing the warrant of arrest. And that really shows that he was there. Mm-hmm. And then you heard what Secretary Abalos said, that it's such a far-fetched story for Attorney Torion to insist that Pastor Quiboloy came from outside. Mm-hmm. Because why would he go back? Why would he go back inside if he was already outside the KOJC compound? So again, that's again probably another way to save face, and maybe for the lawyer, for Attorney Torion, a way to cover his tracks. Because as you know, there have been the camp of SILG has been saying that he can be liable for obstruction of justice for all his attempts to mislead the state in arresting Pastor Quiboloy, including putting it out there that Pastor is not inside the KOJC compound.
Yusek, marami pong mga, kumbaga, tactic or strategy ang kampo ni Pastor Apollo Quiboloy para pong mapagaan or whatever it is yung gusto nilang mangyari dito kay Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. One of which is yesterday po, nag-file po ng ang kanyang legal team before the Pasig and Quezon City Regional Trial Court seeking po ng transfer supposedly na ni Pastor Apollo Quiboloy from PNP Custodial Center para po sa kumbaga custody daw po ng ISAF. Is that even possible?
Alam na namin na naghain sila ng mga panibagong motion na unang-una kung pwede house arrest.
Yes.
On the alternative, kung pwede malipat sa army. Mm-hmm. Nag-usap naman kami ng mga handling prosecutor, masigasig nilang kukontrahin to. Incidentally, sa Friday, nakatakda na ma-arraign si Pastor Quiboloy at kanyang mga co-accused doon sa qualified trafficking persons case sa Pasig. So malamang ay isa to sa mga pag-uusapan doon sa hearing na to. At yung mga fiscal natin alam naman nila anong gagawin nila, masigasig-sigahan nilang kukontahin to. Pero una-una yun, house arrest. Sobrang bihira yun. Wala naman talagang ganun sa jurisdiction natin. That can only be given under very extraordinary circumstances and for very minor crimes. Mm-hmm. Pastor Quiboloy is facing a capital offense. Right. So we will oppose it though. We will oppose it vigorously. This display for house arrest.
Right.
On the other hand, itong hiling nila for na malipat sa army, kadalasan naman yung mga nalilipat sa army, ito yung mga umarap na mga national security offenses, terrorism or mga rebellion. Mm-hmm. Dito hindi naman gano'n, Kaya maski yung hiling na yun, ay alam ko kukontahin ng mga fiscal natin.
Exactly. But ito nga po, no, Yusek, may breaking news po tayo. Pinag-uutos na daw po ng Quezon City Regional Trial Court, Branch 106, yung pag-transfer kay Pastor Apollo Quiboloy sa New Quezon City Jail. Your comment on that?
Okay, so clearly, no, it's the court. Ang korte ang may pasya kung saan i-commit ang akusado. So doon na, no? Sa ngayon, wala silang choice kundi sundan yun, ano? But abangan na lang natin kung anong mangyayari doon sa Pasig kasi syempre simultaneous to. But tingin ko naman makikipag-ugnayan yung mga korte, no? Kung saan ultimately makocommit yung mga akusado.
I'd like to touch up po Yusek, no, about yung kay Tansinco, Norman Tansinco. As we all know, he was relieved po from his post based on the recommendation of Secretary Remulla. Ngayon, ang question ko po is, this means that he is part of the Alice Go escaping the country, or is it merely a case of command responsibility?
Not necessarily na nadawit siya talaga doon sa pagtakot si Alice Guo. At the very least, no, it's really a loss of trust and confidence on the part of the Secretary on Commissioner Tansinco. And yun naman, nanggaling naman mismo kay Secretary yung kahapon.
Okay.
Itong pinaka-quick lang po, Yusek, given po yung before all of this po, yung file ng cases against Pastor Apollo Quiboloy, ay meron na pong contempt charges ang Senate sa kanya. Gusto po talaga siyang makausap. Pero is there a possibility na siya po ay mapayagang makapunta sa Senate?
Yes, pwede naman, ano? Pag-uusapan yan, naman, iba, yung mga taong nasa prison, nasa jail, anytime naman, they can be brought to Senate hearings as long as we coordinate with the Senate on their attendance.
Alright, sige. Maraming salamat po ulit sa inyong oras. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
That was,
You're welcome.
yes. Okay, that was our DOJ Yusek Nicolas T.
Nicholas.